Right then, now for something a little bit different. One of my kind subscribers suggested, as many of them do, a new method that I should practice, and this being the 5 Tibetan Rites, or otherwise known as the 5 Tibetans, a form of Tibetan yoga that is said to be at least 2,500 years old, rather than just purely fixed positions, much like in Indian yoga. These are moves that you might say you move from one position to another. So I've now built them into my Wim Hof routine in the morning, and I love it. For those of you who are not used to seeing the 5 Tibetans, certainly a couple of the bits may seem a little bit strange, especially this. And for those of you that are aware of the 5 Tibetans, then I can certainly suggest, if you are doing the Wim Hof method as well, they are a great precursor to doing the breathing or the breath work. And actually, for those of you that don't do Wim Hof, the 5 Tibetans, now having practiced it for a good 3 weeks or so, I would say is a brilliant way of getting up in the morning, doing these 5 moves. They are said to be rather good at working at the various chakras around the body, awakening the body in the morning, and you'll see why. These moves do work on all areas of the body. Now, I'm squeezing myself through a small hole in a second, because I thought I'd do this and show you this method in a different location to my normal one. So, bear with me. This is a rather lovely spot just outside Bath, and I'm hoping to find a spot in which you might have a nice view. Beyond that is the view of me performing the 5 rites. So let's see if I can get to the top here. So just behind me, you will soon see, or in fact, you can see the outskirts of Bath and the surrounding villages. So as you can see, it's a nice spot. Now I'm probably going to get a few incredulous looks from fellow dog walkers, especially when I do one of the moves. But as you know, I'm not one for caring much about other people's opinions these days. So let me spin round now. Nice view, isn't it? So like I say, if you're not used to seeing the 5 Tibetan rites, one of them in particular could look amusing. Secondly, there is either the 4th or 5th rite. I need to try and remind myself which way round they go. I'm going to do 2 different things, very slight variations on that rite, and you'll see me doing a very slight variation. Now, the reason why I do that, there's a lot of content about the 5 Tibetan rites. It seems it's gathering a pace, it's getting a bit of a buzz on the internet now, and it seems there is a slightly more advanced technique to one of those moves, and so I'm going to do both versions of it. You'll only see a slight variation. Either variation I believe to be fine to do. So anyway, here we go. The 5 Tibetan Rites. So, there you go. As is usual with the various videos that I do, I typically find exactly the wrong place to do to do the method or practice or whatever it is that I'm doing. So you'll see me making a few adjustments there, and that's because my hand or hands were placed on some rather prickly sharp things. I did have a slight concern while spinning that I might spin over the edge of this cliff edge. But apart from that, and please obviously don't try that at home, but apart from that, hopefully that gives you an interesting perspective on the Tibetan 5 rites. For me, as I say, this has been a really good exercise to add into my morning routine. So previously I was doing various yoga moves, and as I say, for the last 3 weeks I've been doing these prior to doing my Wim Hof breathing, power breathing technique. And I think, you know, if you're into Wim Hof, it is a brilliant precursor to doing the breathing. If you're not into Wim Hof, do the 5 Tibetan Rites every morning, and it really does wake you up. It's a great way of entering the day, you might say. Don't forget to subscribe to see more weird and wonderful videos of me improperly doing the method of various different things. But and do obviously hit the bell if you want to be informed of new videos, and do fire questions. I love having questions posed to me about the various different things I'm doing, and I love having suggestions. So any different suggestions, different yoga moves that you think I ought to experiment with, please let me know. Anything really, and everything to do with enhancing my mind, my physicality. I'm interested in it all, and I will be testing most of those methods again throughout the course of this year, as I did last year. Evolution of Dave signing off. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.